We're gonna keep this train going. We got some Tick Boy Nation, large and in charge.
Yeah, those things ain't coming back.
We cried at us like beat up to my nuts. I got a lot of fertilizer.
What kind of podcast is this?
You wanna come pet my dog?
You love this neighborhood.
Take my money.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. I would love to hear your story. Like,
Not just me. Oh my God. This isn't gonna go well.
We're in the old donuts. There are a lot of old people sitting in there. Wait, do I take a
How many days do I get off?
air balloon? Yeah.
It's a change of day in our lives.
Welcome to the PM&A podcast.
Hey, welcome.
What is going on?
Welcome to podcast number 31, and this is the PM&A podcast.
31 by 31.
Yeah, we always forget the number.
Yeah, we do.
And we're always like 30. Oh, wait, 20. No,
It's
we don't
30.
know.
Now at least we know it's 30 something.
Now it is in 30s. Anyway, this episode is always brought to you by Always Bearded.
It's always brought to you.
It's always lately.
Always lately.
They want you to take care of your beard. They have beard grooming products formulated with natural, CertClean certified ingredients. They sell beard oil, beard wax, and the beard cream.
The cream is awesome.
They really do a good job with the cream.
I skipped out on the cream today, and it's
It gets a little bit
looking a little
dry.
shite.
Yeah, we gotta get different.
Josh is showing
We
me.
got to get a little bit different. People keep complaining that it's like a manly podcast because there's no like other types of.
Here's the
people
thing,
who-
though. It's 2019. Women are allowed to grow beards because we're not allowed to say that they're women,
Anyway,
right?
let's move on.
They're either unicorns.
Thanks for listening, guys. Episode 31. We'd like to introduce Josh and Laura.
Actually, before you do that, thanks a lot. Cut the fucking window between underneath me. We are also going to introduce our T Public podcast merch. So if you enjoy the podcast and you enjoy the logo created by
Bryce
motherfucking Sims,
We always shut up Bryce.
somehow it always turns
He
in.
doesn't want to come on, but we always shut him out, and I'm always. I don't know if he knows that though, because like most podcasts we shut him out is like a joke, like just because we like him.
Everything, and we're trying to get him on. He won't come on because he doesn't like talking, but we still love him. But yeah, so we have. You done?
Yeah,
So yeah, we do. We now have merch, and if you enjoy the PM&A logo, and also we have the new Blarblux series.
Oh boy.
So we have shirts, mugs, pillows, kids onesies, and phone cases, and much more.
Stickers, hoodies.
Yeah.
We didn't have hats.
Sky is the limit. No hats.
I asked them to get some toques.
Did you?
Yeah, they didn't.
How'd
need
that
me-
go?
They didn't need me back.
No,
yet.
I don't think
think
so.
they know what a toque is. I think they're not from
I
Canada.
don't think so. No. They're like toque. Is
Anyway.
that some kind of sticker?
Let's go.
But yeah, the link for that will be on our bio on Instagram.
What's the
It is
company again?
T Public.
Right.
T Public, and
And
you
if they
go on
look
there
up- if they
and
look
you
up PM&A.
PM&A podcast.
Yep.
And also if you look up Blarblux.
Yes. Blarblux. Josh and Laura, thanks for coming on from Preston Iron. What's up? How's it going?
Thanks for having us on.
Oh man, I was a little nervous.
So I was telling Jeremy, like I was saying, that we were talking at a Shadywood party there, and I was
So
like,
people know Shadywood is a place where
it's a
people hang out.
Shadywood family get together, and and Laura and Josh were standing there, and I was like, they look at interesting people. I'm gonna go over and chat with them.
You've never met?
No, that was our
It was
first
just the first time.
encounter.
Weird.
Yep.
I'm a talker.
Yeah, well, I know.
So yeah, and then we had a really interesting conversation about the business you guys were starting, and I was like, the whole time I'm like, this would be a really good podcast. So I was like, I really hope they want to come on because I'm gonna ask them.
Well, we've had like so many local businesses like Wavemakers coming on in like a month.
Good choice.
Yeah. Barber
He
Pole-
better bring beer. He's not invited in the door.
Hey, Barber Pole and Co's come on. Jen's Tattoo Parlor.
Modern
I
Addiction.
always forget the name of that. She came on. and
You
talked about
forget
that.
everything.
I have a terrible memory. We've had so many local businesses and just people from around our area.
And we
that are
had
like,
we had Fabian from the local jail. So local
what jail
businesses.
did he go to?
Well, he was in Milton. He was in Kingston. What's the other maximum security one?
Oh, you're asking
I
me.
don't know. It's another one where you potentially get shanked for saying hi to somebody.
Anyway, thanks guys for coming on. We
Thank
like
you.
the bunny trail off
Yeah,
topic.
it's gonna go off.
Yeah.
It's gonna go off
That's
rails a
fine.
little bit.
Yeah. So you're opening a really rad gym.
Yes.
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 And it's like, so it's not just a regular gym, like not like the YMCA. It's like for something specific, right?
Yeah, we're not doing like a commercial gym, not a public gym. So it's going to be a little bit more athlete focused, more goals oriented. If you go to like just a public gym, just like your regular commercial gym. You just go in, you get your membership, you get on the floor. Sometimes you'll have, a session with a trainer or something like that, and then you're on your own.
They're weird. Those trainers are a little weird.
Yeah,
It's a weird experience. It's always weird. That's why I don't go to gyms.
Not all trainers have a great level of experience.
It's like
there
a day
either.
training.
What's that place? Is that like the place, like the alphabet place? The JCBLKY or whatever it is?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What is he talking about? Anyway.
Not a clue. Anyway.
Or blood life. Blood life.
Yes. We don't say names of the... Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to have just a limited amount of really good equipment, and mostly just going to cater to people who, I don't want to say people who already know what they're doing exclusively, because when you get into a gym like that, like it's just going to be supportive.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good community, a good small knit place. Nobody's going to be shaming you. Nobody's going to be staring at you. It's not going to be, and I'm not going to say like shaming is in you're not fit. People who are fit get shamed too.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
I don't know about at a gym.
It's totally a thing. It's totally a thing.
People are rude.
They just are.
Yeah, but you could beat them up better than somebody that's not fit.
But you wouldn't want to.
No. Just put them in a triangle choke,
Yeah.
Good night.
Pick up something heavy that they can't pick up and drop.
But it's like it's like, is it heavy lifting? What's the term, like, it's called? Sorry.
Well, it's going to be geared towards bodybuilding.
Sorry, yeah.
And
Powerlifting.
yeah.
Powerlifting. That was what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I wanted to show up, I have no idea what I'm doing. That'd be okay for someone new.
Yeah.
To just show up and be like, listen, I want to learn.
Yeah.
How do I get started?
We'd want you to come in. We'd want to show you the equipment. Explain why it's good equipment. You know, if you needed help, we would help you, or we would point you in the right direction. We're not going to have anybody who's your average. I just took a course. I'm a personal trainer now. Everyone would have to have some type of experience. Like nobody's going to be helping you out, helping anybody out who doesn't have any firsthand experience, either competing or judging or having years of coaching under their belt.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So is it going to have like specialty like equipment for that, or is there just
you don't have like bench press machines, like it's not like universal machines?
No, we're not going to use and any type of machines that we would have, they are all going to be plate loaded, so they're all going to you'll be able to really define the amount of weight that you're pushing or pulling. But things like our squat racks, our bench areas, that is specialized equipment.
Yeah. You
can't just go and get any type of rack. I mean, you need to have something that's going to support the weight, especially when it comes to people who are powerlifting. Safety is your first concern. Yeah.
So when I hear powerlifting, I always think of that thing where the strongman competition where they lift rocks. So I'm thinking when at your place you're gonna have like rocks and you got to put them on barrels. So you got to like lift this giant ass rock and you got to get it up and get it on the barrel.
That's
and then
cool
you move over and do another one.
This doesn't sound like what they're doing.
No, I don't think that's what they're doing.
That's a whole nother.
A rock, it would be cheap.
That's a whole other sport.
Yeah.
Like in what way?
That's just called strongman.
It's not. It has nothing to do with. It's just like you're just.
They have different events, or I guess different events that they do.
Probably different diets too. It's like bratwurst and potatoes.
So how did you guys get into this? Like, I guess.
Well, we are in 2 different sports.
Right.
And I, just wanted to take my fitness to the next level, and decided I was going to try it. I didn't think I would really want to get into bodybuilding or get on stage or anything like that. And I just thought, it's the next level. Just give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so I've been doing that for a couple of years. And you just have
being Josh.
Josh, you just have a great gift for lifting heavy.
Well, I've only been in it for about a year now. Because I worked out for most of my life, but just picked up different knowledge here and there, and then just working out with Bri for a bit. He had a few competitions, and he thought it'd be a good idea, something for us to get into together, and we started competing, and this will be coming up this month. Will be my 4th one.
Whoa.
This year.
Is that a lot?
Yeah.
It seems like it's a lot. Like most people, maybe like 1 a year.
They say, maybe? I guess you should do maybe 2. Like,
oh.
We were just trying to do as much as we could. Just why not see what you can do? But yeah, it's better for just health wise to dial it back and easier on your body.
Oh man. So like when you're starting off, it's just more because it's obviously. It has a lot to do with lifting heavy things. It's not a lot to do with cardio and stuff like that. So do you have to like reduce certain types of exercises you did before to kind of get into that, or like how does that work?
Yeah, like off season, like kind of like off season training, we'll do a bit of bodybuilding type stuff. Just like to have a good base. Like you want to have a good strong base before you try any of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's really for me, well, depends who you are. Like for me, I don't really do any cardio because I don't really need to.
No.
And there's no really need for it for like the lifts that you're doing. But if you're a bit bigger, like you might want to, depending how heavy you are, you might want to cut down depending on what weight class you want to kind of fall into as well.
Right. That makes sense.
So how did?
Go ahead.
So how did you get into that? What inspired you to do that?
In the powerlifting?
Yeah.
I just always loved working out, and it's just working out with Brides. Just a whole nother. He figured I'd be good at it. We just one day were in the gym. I'd been working out with him that long, and we just saw what my max would be for like a bench press, and we got up pretty decent for not being in a commercial gym for very long. So we just kept pushing it to see where it would go.
What was it?
I think at the time, I don't even back then. Probably I can't even remember, but
right now, like what's like your max?
Right now, 345
for bench press.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That's 3 of me.
Whoa! How's your blood pressure?
I don't even know.
You don't get it checked out?
Last we checked, it was good.
It was good last time I had it checked, but
so you guys focus on diet then? Like that must be a huge part of like this. Like so, there's training, but like is that like training's best friend is like diet?
Yeah, and sleep.
Yeah,
sleep. I talk about sleep all the time. How important sleep is.
God, it's so
8
important.
wonderful hours.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what Sober October was about with Rogan and them?
No. Do you guys follow that kind of stuff? No. So they had one of those Whoop handle things. So it does their. Am I? Can you?
You sound good, yeah.
I can't hear myself. So basically, it does your heart rate. It does like when your resting heart rate, your peak, how much you sleep, and then basically, what's the third one? The other one, where it's like
your sleep, your rest, your stress, and.
But there's one like where it's like
your
recouping or something. It does all that. It checks all those levels and it's like shows them like a big graph. And so these 4 guys every October they go sober, and then they try to go and see who's the best. Like
this year was that though. This year wasn't a competition, so that's what they did was like they tracked their sleep and all their levels and that from like getting good sleep and how much they were getting and how much like exercise they were doing and how much they actually like recuperated so much after that to see like how much sleep affected that and how much cutting out drugs and alcohol would impact them.
Yeah, predominantly for the one guy. He does a lot of drinking.
Yeah, Bert.
So do you guys so is every day just set up for eating? Like how structured is that? When you're so there's off season, on season, right? So when you're on season, how are things?
It's pretty different between him and I. So he has to eat a lot, like a lot.
Well, if he's lifting 343 pounds,
something like that.
Yeah, you need a lot of energy to be able to push that. Wow. And for me, I have to cut a lot. So every gram matters.
So using scales.
Yeah, but
scales.
Are you scaling everything?
Every single thing. Yeah. Everything. Absolutely everything.
As long as I can lift it up on the fork, that usually goes in the mouth.
If someone wanted to come and like say like for me for instance, like I'm always like watching my weight. I'm always watching what I'm eating, and I used to be like 260 pounds, and now I float like. Actually, I was in the last 2 years. Ernie and I have been kind of like eating similarly, but not the same way. Not keto, but more just kind of like getting rid of sugar, getting rid of bread.
It's for me. It's keto 5 days a week. 5 days a week, and then and it's
strict keto
light fish.
Like
no sugar.
Ask her though. Tell her what you're eating and see if I want to hear her answer.
So my only sugar that I have is in my coffee in the morning, and I have it regular, and then but that's it. I don't eat breads or anything. So during the week, all I have is tuna, salad, bananas, oranges if I can't get apples, and then
don't lie. Tell her.
Chili.
What do you put on your salad?
Salad dressing.
What kind?
Zesty Italian.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
But that's all I eat during the week.
But okay.
Sometimes the
How
chili
much water
if I'm hungry.
do you drink?
Oh, I'm drinking. I get a 6 liter, and it's gone by Thursday night.
6 liters in.
But I don't eat.
Days? In 4 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I don't eat during the day, so I don't eat from 7 o'clock when I wake up. No, sorry, 5:30 when I wake up in the morning, till 8 o'clock till when I get home.
Okay.
You eat at night?
Yeah.
So you're doing like extreme intermittent fasting.
And I've done this for 14 years.
Okay. Well, that
14 years.
I've been working at Tri-City for 14 years, and I've been doing it every single time.
Not eating that way.
Yes. No, not eating this way. I've only started eating this way since December of last year. I was really bad. Like I thought I was doing really well, but then I realized everything I was eating had salt in it, like and a lot of sugar, like a lot of sugars. So I cut all that out. And so December of last year I started this. I was at 240, and I'd feel sick going up and downstairs. And today I'm at 185.
Jesus.
That's amazing. But you've been doing the holding off on eating food until you get home for 14 years? Okay, so that would be
Monday to Friday.
That would be intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And eliminating your sugars, that's, and then switching it into like bananas and oranges and things like that. So you've gotten rid of your...
and 3 coffees a week opposed to... it used to be a double every day. Monday to Friday, and then it would be 2 probably Saturday and then 2 Sunday, and now I'll have maybe 2 during the week, and it's regular. I've cut down cream and sugar, so I'm going to turn that off. And then same deal on the weekends. I'll have like 1 coffee or 2 coffees on Saturday and Sunday, but it's way down.
So one of the good things that you did was you took out your high glycemic sugars, which can bring your blood sugar up and crash it down. So if you're feeling like, you've got energy, then you just drop. That's a lot of that is to do with these sugars. And I call them free sugars because they're just floating sugar. They're just running around doing nothing in your body. But you switch it out to fruits and vegetables, you've added fiber to it. So it actually goes into your bloodstream slower and keeps you on an even energy kilo.
And when I say salad, I mean a lot of salad. Like I'll eat every night I'll have a whole head of romaine lettuce.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's really low carb though too. You can have lots.
Like the bags.
I know.
The bags. I'll eat like a whole thing of that. It's so good. I like it now.
Now, do you have a lot of fats in your diet?
No.
No. So you're just really eating low carb proteins. Yeah, lots of protein.
And tuna, and then on the weekends maybe a starch, but not really. Not really. It might be a little bit of rice, but not much.
What other meat are you eating besides tuna?
So tuna and chicken, depending on what I feel like for that week. And then on the weekends, I might have maybe a sausage, maybe a steak.
How are you making that chicken?
But what's that?
How do you make it?
On the barbecue.
Wow.
No, really, for your size and your goals, there's really nothing wrong with any of that. You could have more starch if you wanted to. There's really...
I feel bad when I eat starch now. It's really funny because I've been reading into keto, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have that because I feel like junk after I eat it.
But with keto, you're primarily having your biggest percentage of food coming from fats. So right now you're having lean proteins, which are low in fat, and then you're having low carbohydrate, fruits and vegetables. You could probably add more fat. You can definitely...
Like peanuts?
You can have, yes.
Like unsalted?
Yep. And I'm not even opposed to salt. You can add sea salt to whatever you want.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It contains a lot of important minerals that your body needs.
What?
Yes.
People just get rid of the salt.
Well, table salt is not the same as sea salt. There's a lot of anti-caking agents. There's sugars in it even, bleaches. And then you look at the sodium content in preserved foods, you're eating all fresh foods. You can salt your food. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm putting salad dressing on my salad. You kiss my ass.
The funny thing is, I told him, I'm like, listen, this is what you should eat. And you just went with it and ran, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. So it was bad. Like I was like fitting into 40-inch pants, and like sometimes they weren't even fitting. And last week I got a pair of pants, and these are 34s, and they're big.
Well, you think about it,
so
though.
it felt really good.
If you have some starch, you're not going to get back into a 40-inch pant just from having.
I know. I'm worried though, because I'm like, I spent a lot on these pants.
Yeah. No, it's gonna. You know what? You're gonna need it for your energy. You need it to run, to jump, do any of these things that we're not doing right now, sitting at the table.
Yeah. So is it a thing? I was reading.
Oh, and I'm not working out either.
No.
No.
Well, you'll have to start.
Yeah. You say, "Oh, really?" Nice.
You're really loud, just So if I was reading that even if you do the 16-hour intermittent fasting, so if you start eating at noon and stop eating at 8, they say even if you eat like off, you can still lose weight by eating intermittent fasting. Is that a thing? Like you're not eating like 16 Big Macs or anything. Like it's just like you're just having like regular food, like a sandwich and some water and maybe a salad, maybe a little bit of junk food. Like, what is the intermittent fasting really doing?
What it's doing is it's actually just convincing your body that it gets food, and then it knows it's always going to get food at a certain time, so that it can just burn through it the rest of the day. So you're training it to have energy and then know it can use that energy slowly throughout the rest of the day or the rest of the time that you're not eating. The thing is, though, with anything you try first, anything, whether it's intermittent fasting, whether it's keto, whether it's low carb, no carb, it doesn't matter. It's always going to work right away, because for the first time in your life or for the first time you're trying something where you're being conscious about what you're eating. So if the program works, it could just always be because you've never, ever paid attention to what you're putting in your body before. Because oftentimes when people start doing something like intermittent fasting or low carb, they suddenly also be conscious of not putting junk in their body. And I'm not going to be a proponent of never put junk in your body. You've got to live too.
Like beer.
Beer, chips, whatever. We all have our things. But
is that your thing, chips?
Big time.
Sweet chili heat.
Just plain Ruffles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a Ruffles guy. But when it comes down to it, you have nutrition or you don't have nutrition. If you do intermittent fasting and you just eat, PB&J sandwiches and Ruffles, but you're intermittent fasting, where is your nutrition coming from? You're not getting protein, you're not getting fiber, you're not getting your vitamins or your minerals. So
interesting.
You still need to make sure that you get a good variety of nutrition in your food.
So what are you eating?
Oh no.
They said you're measuring it, so I'm interested.
Yes. I am on prep for competition right now. So I don't like to say what I'm eating because I don't want people out there to take that as a diet plan.
So baby seals.
Yes. Yeah.
Rubber.
I am eating.
No, the little ones don't have that much.
Cheeseburgers all the time. Yeah. What I don't want to give specifics, but I definitely have greens with every meal, lean protein and fats that come from either coconut oil or MCT or olive oil, and sea salt.
Sea salt.
Yes.
That seems like the thing of the day.
Yeah.
So
the name of the podcast.
So Canada just changed their Canada Food Guide, like huge. You guys saw that was it last year? Is that it's a positive move compared to the other one was more dairy and breads and stuff?
Well, I mean, every time they change it, it's a step in the right direction. I don't necessarily, agree with the Canada Food Guide.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that your nutrition plan is really individual. Sometimes it depends on, your personal point of view or your goals or your health needs. I mean, you may have allergies or intolerances, and that's where it's like, why would dairy even be in your food guide or your meal plan?
I always have the conversation about gut health. I work with people with autism, and we focus on food and diet for behaviors and like changing. So our biggest thing is just like no processed food. Everything's fresh. Salads every day. No salt, no sugar. Like the same idea I told Ernie, because it's so important for gut health. Like how it really is important, right? Like
Absolutely.
gut health is like from your perspective, what is like the most important thing? Like how does it it affects so many things, right?
It can affect your mood, your clarity of thinking, whether you get migraines or not. It can affect whether you feel like you have an intolerance to food or not, whether you can absorb all of your nutrition that you're eating, your immune system, your energy levels.
Yes. That's a long list.
The size of your waistline too. Sometimes changing your gut health can take inches off your waist.
Just changing what's in there.
Yep.
And is it a thing also, once you start kind of changing what your gut wants, like it's craving what it's used to, right? And once you start changing that kind of its appetite, then it's going to crave like, oh, where's those fruits? Like, where's the strawberries? Where's my salad? So I did that for a long time, same kind of eating as Ernie, and I fell off of it. But during it, I'd be sitting at home like, I can't wait for my salad. It's the craziest thing. Like you were saying, like the same thing, right?
But for me, it's super easy because I'm working out of town. So and there's stores there, but they're really expensive. They're like 24 hours shop stores. So if I go in there, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money. So whatever I bring with me is what I eat. So it makes life nice and easy because it's like doing a meal prep. Like I eat whatever I bring, right? Yeah. And I also heard too, like when you're trying to lose weight, that trying not to focus on working out and focus on eating right was better. Now I did notice that because I play ball hockey. I don't work out, sorry, but I do play a lot of ball hockey, and I noticed like as soon as I started losing, I was like, I'm not tired anymore. Like it was just ridiculous. Like I felt like, oh, okay, I'm getting hamstrings, and I'm pulling hamstrings by the second half, and none of that's happening anymore. I can stay out there. I can stay out there for 3 games if I wanted to now.
Yeah, well, I mean, like when you have the extra weight, you don't feel like it's something that you're carrying around with you. But say like now, like let's say you wanted to play ball hockey. Let's put a 50-pound backpack on you. How are you going to feel? Tired? Your legs are gonna hurt? Yeah, all those things. So losing weight, it's really just made the whole
really don't remember
easier.
being under 200 ever.
Yeah,
maybe when I was 5.
Good job.
It's one time.
It's so important, but it's like someone said, I think it was on a Joe Rogan podcast, he said, if someone who's unhealthy could just spend one day in the body of someone who is fit and eats good, it would change their life. The feeling of it. Like, they're just so used to feeling like, oh, I just wake up in the morning and I can't walk for 5 minutes because my feet are swelling, they're swollen, or they're just in pain. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you always watch those TV shows as, like, My 400-Pound Life or something. Yeah. It's like, and then food...
They should change the name of that. It should be called I Can't Get Up.
Terrible.
Or
we have
can you please pass that?
Hang on. I have a thought here. Like we have like this idea of food. Like it's always like, even so when I'm eating clean, I'm just watching TV, inundated with eat this, eat the hamburgers. Like we have such a relationship with food as like a medicine for like feeling good. Like that instant, like that 5-second like pleasure. Like, oh, I feel so good, and then you feel like,
it's medicine. It's how we celebrate. It's how we socialize.
Yeah.
It's all of it. Like when you say, hey, let's go out for a beer, let's go out for coffee, let's go for dinner. How many things can you think of that don't involve food or drink when you call up a friend?
Exercise, jogging,
podcast.
Yeah? See, that's a good one.
No,
that's true. It usually involves coffee.
Yeah.
Flim-flortons.
With no sugar, though. I cut sugar out. It's important.
I put sugar in it.
You better not have.
Oh my God. So when you're doing like training for like an event coming up, is there like a special thing? Like, is there something that you're like, it's okay, this is what I'm gonna, like, you change your diet just kind of a little bit, like when you're doing your competitions coming up? And I know yours is too, right?
Yeah.
That like, is it change like drastically when you're doing that, or like do you tend to stick to the same kind of parameters when you eat regularly?
Like off season.
Yeah.
For you, it'd be, I guess, a bit different. For me, it doesn't really matter.
No.
No, I try and eat more than I can actually probably stomach.
Yeah. What? Yeah. So what do you eat then? Like on like let's.
His
like,
is way more interesting than mine.
Like the grocery list goes up. Like.
Yeah. Breakfast is like it's an Eggo sandwich basically. Like 2 eggs with egg whites, sausage, cheese, and on 2 Eggos with like a bunch of maple syrup.
Oh, Flim Flortons is coming out with that next.
What? Is that because you burn so many calories in a day? Okay.
I worked with a personal trainer before he was having me up my food, and he's like, I've never seen anybody burn through food as fast as you do. So he had me on, like, days I'd go to the gym, I was supposed to be eating around 5,000 calories a day. And on non-training days, it was just under 4. And I couldn't do it. It was too much. And, like, she was helping me, like, condense it down as far as we could. And it was just still so much food. Because pretty much you're waking up, I'd be up at 5:30. And then until whenever I could go to bed eating.
Why is it so important to eat that much food, though?
I was trying to put on weight, so I was just trying to get it up and then have enough energy and stuff for me to go in and do the heavy lifting.
Well, if you're trying to put on weight, just text me, man. I'll tell you exactly the shit I was eating.
So that's kind of an interesting question too. Like, so people that are trying to put on weight, but you have to do it in a healthy way, right?
Like I was going
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I was even doing just garbage food just to try and put on like pizza.
6 cheeseburgers
in
a row.
Yeah, after the gym.
You just blend them? Burp.
Yeah. And I know there's different ways of trying to do it, and I've tried a few different things, but I mean, I'm probably weighing the most right now I've ever weighed, but I did quit my job to focus on the gym, like, solely. So since I quit my work, I gained weight, 'cause I think it's less stress, less moving around.
More Pringles.
Yeah.
And Eggos and syrup.
Yeah.
Man, so you guys are going full. So I'm not joking. I really want to join your gym.
Actually, everybody that I talk to is like, "Oh, that's awesome! It's right there."
But like,
yeah, it's gonna be great.
But I want to drop weight.
That's fine.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
I really like. So I sit at.
So Josh is going to send you what he's eating.
No,
do the opposite.
No, like I sit around 225, 230 all the time.
Do you really?
Yep. Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Well, I was 260, but so I like yoga. I do yoga. Yeah, he makes fun of me all the time. Yeah, I do 30 minutes with Adrian or something on YouTube.
Well, we have that yoga lady who wants to join the gym.
Yeah.
She has the yoga place upstairs.
Yeah.
And she's like waiting for us to open. She's down almost every day taking a look.
Yeah.
My sister's an instructor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when I started doing it, I was like,
it's just the thought of him doing downward dog just makes me laugh.
It's easy. The hardest thing.
Why are you thinking about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Okay, can we wash that out for a second?
Yeah. It's gone.
I just think it's so I'm into. Ernie he just always gives me so much shit. So I went through a time where I had a lot of mental like anxieties, and I had like generalized anxiety for a while, and so I found meditation to be huge, like important, and mindfulness meditation specifically, and I was like, I wanted to get into yoga thinking because it would help me calm down, like it would help my brain shut off. So I got into mindfulness and then started. I don't do yoga as much as I did, but like maybe like once in a while, like maybe like once a week kind of thing. But when I'm eating clean, things are a lot simpler and easier. Like it's just, I don't know. I find, I don't know.
You got a lot of clarity.
Yeah, a lot of clarity. And when I'm eating clean, like that idea of gut health and stuff, you find that calm. That helped as well. Like just eating clean and finding a better way of choosing what I'm eating every day. And
do you get like a crash in the afternoon when you're eating like shit?
I feel like garbage. Sleep like garbage. I have the worst dreams. If I eat past 8 o'clock, I like move around in my sleep. I roll around all the time. But if I stop eating at a certain time and make sure that I'm eating like, you know, a decent day, then I just sleep so much better.
Yep.
Like a full night's sleep, and then I wake up the next day feeling great and ready to work all day and work double shift, and it's like 1 and 1. So my question was, so people who are lifting and that kind of like exercise, is it good for A, losing weight, B, like dropping like blood pressure? Is like what's the health benefits of it besides getting super strong?
Health benefits of lifting weights?
Yeah.
Well, it's bone strength. That's another one too. So
like if something like maybe like posture or like back problems.
Yeah. It's definitely great for blood pressure. It's great for bone density. Now, when it comes to weight, we want weight ratios. So you just want to have more lean mass to fat mass. You know, like I don't really care what somebody weighs so much per se, as long as they are at like a healthy body composition. Like if you said you're 225, that's fine. That's fine.
Really?
Like if you never lost weight and you just switched out the composition to a little bit more lean mass than fat mass, perfect. You know, and you're gonna have a lot more long-term health too. Yeah. So you're not just gonna have more energy. You're not gonna sleep better. All these wonderful things that you know you've discovered as you've come along your health journey. Yeah. You'll find that things like any type of metabolic risks have been reduced too. And you know, we're talking about heart disease and diabetes and arthritis and things like that. So when it comes to losing weight and lifting weights, you tend to be able to preserve parts of your health that you're not really thinking about. Like we go into the gym and we exercise because it's like you just want to look good, you want to feel good. But there's other things, like you probably don't want to, you know, finish out your years on medicine either. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of that where a friend of mine, he was on something for his liver, I think it was, and he was on a lot of pills for it, and they said, you know what, if you change your diet, I guarantee you'll be off these pills. He changed his diet for about 6 months, and he was working at a entertainment kind of place. I don't want to say exactly where it was, but so he changed his diet from, you know, pop and pizza and nachos where he was working, to bringing a salad with him, drinking only water, cutting out pop, and he's off of his medication now for his liver, and on path to being off the other pill as well that was helping with all that, and no antacid or anything like that. Like he's doing really good.
Isn't that the same thing for type 2 diabetes? The people that are overweight, if they lose the weight and they drop pounds, they can get off the medications. Is that a thing? I thought I was reading that somewhere.
Well, it's a matter of balancing your blood sugar too.
Yeah.
So when you're eating lots of, you know, high carbohydrate foods, you're spiking it up and down.
So give me an example of high carbohydrates.
Like white bread, Ruffles, syrup, those
burritos.
Things. Yeah, ice creams, candies, and sugars.
Chocolate from Halloween.
All that wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, bagels, even, like, some people don't even think about it when they go and they're just like, well, I'm just having a sandwich. I'm just having my breakfast sandwich. Well, you're having a lot of high carbohydrate foods. So you're just going to spike your blood sugar, then you're going to have the crash, then you're going to do it again and again and again and again. And putting it on more of a balanced level, that not only helps you lose weight, for one, but it helps keep that stuff, like, you know, your diabetes under control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to say to someone that they just want to feel better, what's like a fast way, like just with diet?
Yeah.
What would be like?
But I would say put the chips down first of all. Like, you want to feel better. It's the awful truth of it is that people already know what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
They just need to be told. Need to be encouraged, like, to take that step. It doesn't even need to be said anymore that we shouldn't eat fast food, we shouldn't eat chips, we shouldn't eat pop, but we do, and then we need to be told not to do it to be healthy.
Yeah.
But when a cheeseburger costs less than a head of lettuce,
That's something too. So before we get into that, I have so most people hit like a harsh reality and then they make a diet change. They're like, well, you have like super high cholesterol. So I had this one gentleman I take care of. So in the group home we work at, they're allowed to have choice of whatever they want to eat. Unless his doctor regulated, we have to have a diet. So at that point he wasn't. And so we took him to the doctor and she was like, okay, super high cholesterol, high blood sugar, like high blood pressure, everything's like really bad. His feet are constantly sore. He was like 165 and like you could hear him sleeping. And so we're like, okay, so get rid of the sugars, get rid of the breads. He eats a salad every day, healthy fats, fruit, vegetables, no sugar, no bread. The guy's like 130 now, maybe like a year later.
Wow, that's
and everything's perfect and normal. And his lifestyle and the way he like interacts with people has completely changed. But it took that kind of harsh reality, that kind of like down point to go, okay, now we're gonna make a change. Do you find that a lot? Do you hear that a lot of people like? Do people come to you a lot for that kind of like advice or things like that?
Like for...
sorry. So like they're like, okay, my doctor says I'm like almost gonna die. Like I'm on the way for like I'm really really unhealthy.
Most people really like when they come to me, they want to do it for physique purposes. I've had people come to me because they've had, questionable mood issues. Like they're on antidepressants and they want to get off of those, or and I'm not. I can't give them medical advice to tell them to not take their medicine. I can't do that. But what I can do is look at their diet and point out, like, these are the things that are causing your body physical stress. These are the things that are going to, promote poor gut health. And then give them the swap outs that they need and the choices that they can have instead of what they are choosing. Because I don't want to just point out what you can't have. You can't. We hear that a lot. We want to switch it out to things like, okay, have this. And, then that gives them variety, lots of choice. Then they come back and they tend to say like they do feel better. Yeah.
So how long have you been competing for then?
I've been competing since 2017. Yeah.
How long have you been doing them for? I've been following you for
right?
This is my first year.
First year?
Yeah.
And you loving it so far?
Yeah, it's been great.
So it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You're like,
really lifts you up.
Everyone doesn't go to plan always. Like, the last few weren't the best, but it's part of the sport.
But you don't go there to win though. You go there to have fun.
Yeah,
right?
that's for me. I know I'm.
You guys look like you have fun.
Yeah.
I was like your onesies and like you and Bri just killing it.
Is it a competition, or are you there to set personal goals when you're going there?
It's personal. Like that, you can set records and stuff like that. Like depending what you want to do, what your goals are. But I think you have to let them know like beforehand, or I guess go through a process of when you go, hey, I'm out here to possibly set a record. Yeah. But for the most part, for me, it's just I'm just out to have fun and just push yourself, basically. Yeah. It's really personal. It's like you're just against yourself, really. You're not out to beat anyone. Everyone else there's, everyone's just really friendly.
Just kind of best what you just did, kind of thing.
Yeah, you're just trying to do better than you did before.
So, I read a lot. So in the Navy SEALs, they say it's like 70% mental, and then the other % physical. Yeah. Is it the same for weightlifting? What do you think?
I think it's a big part of it. Like if you in your head have already decided, hey, I can't do it, you probably won't. So a lot of it's just getting yourself hyped up and just believe that you can do it.
Do you just pump music? What do? You have headphones on like before?
I don't really do a whole lot. I just kind of I know what my numbers are and just trying to.
You seem like a pretty calm guy. Yeah. I get that vibe. You're just like, hey, how's it going? Like
we take they have like the ammonia smelling salts. Hit that before, and then someone like sometimes Bri or somebody will smash you on the back before you walk up, and
that's it.
Yeah, that's a smash. I was gonna say that's a Hulk smash.
Just go through the wall.
It's different too at that day. Like you have adrenaline and a bit of obviously nervousness and stuff like that because you're in front of a lot of people. So it's all part of it too.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Sorry, Aaron, you were gonna say something and I stopped you before. You're saying about your friend that was eating and changed it. He was you remember where you're going to go?
Not a clue.
Oh, boy.
But anyway, so on to something I remembered. So, Preston Iron. Mm-hmm. What inspired you to start your own gig?
Well, I mean, first, like...
Well, this way too, though. I guess you don't have to fight over the equipment. You can just lock the door and then you just get to use your own shit.
Place.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, originally, before we even thought of this, we were just looking for a piece of equipment for our basement, and then it kind of turned into.
No, we got
this
carried
gym.
away.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We just started driving around, seeing what was available.
Well, that's where I came up with the rocks thing, because I saw Bride just carrying rocks in his backyard. So I was like, well, you can just put rocks in the gym, I guess.
Yeah, and there was a first unit. We never even got to really see it in the same building, and it got rented before we could even see it. And she's like, well, we have this other place that's going to be coming up. It's not listed yet if you want to see that, which is where we're located now, which was like 2 doors down.
Yep.
Such a cool site. Like Preston's, like we just keep talking about this with the guests we have on. Preston's keeps growing. Like cool stuff keeps happening. Like did you grow up in Preston?
No.
Did you grow up in Preston?
My parents said I grew up in Galt.
Oh, okay. One of those guys. No, but I mean, like,
I'm in Galt too.
Like our little town is like, so we got like, donut shops opening up, cool barber shops. We have good restaurants. Like it seems to me, with all the breweries and stuff, like it's just we keep like cooler stuff, and this is just one more cool thing. So is it going to be like a membership thing monthly? Like, are we allowed to ask that? Like,
yeah, we'll do memberships. But we'll also have a drop-in too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we want to do drop-in. We want to do events. So we want to do fundraisers, clinics. So if somebody wants to learn, how to do a good squat, a good bench, maybe I might teach some, glute training classes.
What's a glute training?
Glute.
You know what your glutes are?
Is that a bum?
Your butt.
Your bum. Yeah.
Okay.
So your butt class.
Yeah. Bums.
Just get your ass in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booty.
Don't be.
Booty training.
Okay. I'm not gonna do it. No, I've got
Take a seat.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be weights. It's not gonna be like a sauna or.
No, it's not like a health club. Like there's no tanning,
you're
no daycare, no
yoga
classes.
Yeah.
It's just weights.
Man, that's pretty cool.
We're just filling as much space as we can. We got 2,600 square feet.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Got a lot of lockers.
Yeah,
it's all been redone. So
how much of that was there stuff already there when you moved in?
The lockers and the front desk were there.
Did you find anything cool in there? I don't know if you heard the podcast when we did with Tony, but Tony was. What did you find? A foot?
Yeah, he
found a picture of a foot because it used to be like a orthopedic place.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
It looked like Paniccio in the window.
There wasn't. I don't think much. There was a big mural that was behind the lockers. That's about it.
Yeah, it was just like it was like a meadow or something.
Yeah.
Oh. There's a lot of stuff that was pretty dated, and we kind of originally thought that we were going to be able to do some drywall, slap up some paint, but we had a couple people look at it, and there were some things that just weren't up to code or safety for a gym. Mm-hmm. So it turned into having to do a little bit more than we wanted to, but it looks 10 times better than what we would have just kind of done originally. Yeah.
So minus the mess right now, how far away do you think you are to opening the doors, do you think?
I think like once the rest of the equipment gets delivered, this should be
Monday.
Monday, yeah. It'll just take us a little bit of time to set that up.
Like a month, you think?
I don't think it'll take us a month. No.
I would say I'd say at the most.
Do you think before Christmas?
Yeah, definitely before Christmas.
Oh man!
Like it won't take us that long to set up equipment at all.
I told you. You let me know when you want to do your grand opening.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mr. DJ here.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a grand opening.
I already told him.
Yeah. So part of the lifting weights, so you're going to be there also helping people with diet, obviously.
Yeah. And to like personal train, to do nutrition coaching.
Would that be part of like the membership fee? Or is that like a separate thing?
I might just do it separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I find that unless someone specifically wants it, if it's included in a membership, they just kind of take it for granted. It's not as serious. I really, when somebody wants nutrition, I'm not really nice about it.
That's good though.
No, because it's it's just
You're
science.
not gonna motivate anybody.
It's black and white. Like I'm not here to coddle you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be okay. You
Yeah.
can have some chips.
Yeah,
You
it's
ate.
the 70-30 rule. No, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, you ate Little Debbie's this week. It's okay. We'll get them next week.
Yeah, no, this isn't a revolving door of nutrition.
Yeah.
Josh walks in with this Captain Awesome sandwich he's got in the morning. And then,
Yeah, exactly.
well, he can eat it.
That's just his breakfast.
I know.
His whole
So what are we
day-
having for lunch?
His whole days.
Lunch.
Pop-Tarts in between bacon.
Lately I've been eating shepherd's pie.
Yeah, like every day.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
I've been putting cranberry on it.
Yeah, cranberry sauce is his favorite.
What?
Yeah.
Like a homemade sauce?
Nah, I just go to Farm Boy. They have like ones already made up.
Yeah, he goes to Farm Boy and he crushes up cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's lunch.
Yep.
What about what's supper?
Usually steak fries, and some
Sorry,
broccoli. Usually.
Steak and fries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like French fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time do you start eating at?
Usually 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you stop eating at?
About the same time at
Yeah,
night.
or later.
So
depending.
no intermittent fasting for you.
No.
He also has granola bars and protein cookies and protein shakes and.
So are you working out every day then?
No. During right now during prep, it's usually 4 days a week, and then it'll be kind of like 1 or 2 days in a row, and then a day rest.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of let your body recoup, because it's pretty taxing on your body.
So now when you say recoup, I've heard that there's a couple good things for you. Like you said, coconut.
Sleep.
Yeah, definitely sleep.
Coconut milk
Oil?
is good, or coconut oil is good for you. Somebody said pickle juice. I heard that from somewhere.
I've heard that it's good for if you get a cramp. I've
Yeah.
heard someone
Yeah.
told me that. Like,
See,
you
and that's
take
what
a
somebody
shot.
said when somebody told me that when I was playing ball hockey, that if I got a Charlie horse, they were gonna like pickle juice. I'm like, this sounds like a joke.
What?
Yeah, I've tried
Why
it.
do you get cramps? Is it just like
just-
if you wake up in the middle of the night and get a cramp, you're like
It's poor hydration.
hydration?
Yeah.
There's nothing to do
Salt
with
your
bananas.
Salt your food.
With sea salt.
Yeah.
That's the key thing we're learning
Yeah.
this podcast.
Sea salt.
Yeah.
Sea
We should
salt.
put that in the parameters of
Yes.
it. We learned a lot about sea salt.
Eat
You
your
need-
fucking sea salt.
You need hydration. You need minerals. Sometimes you get cramps because your muscles can't contract, and they just get. Sorry, they can't relax and contract properly. So if you have minerals and you have hydration, then they can relax easier.
But I was also eating like shit.
Yeah.
So then I do a ton of stretching. So I'll do like splits and put my head behind put my leg behind my head or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, maybe I'm not stretching enough. But then I'm looking at my water bottle and I'm
Minerals
filling it
in
like
water.
almost twice. I'm not putting sea salt in the water. That's all I need.
You can first thing in the morning. It's good for your adrenals. Yes.
Sea salt,
Just a
though,
pinch.
not
Sea
table
salt.
salt, because there's bleach and
Yeah.
sugar in it.
And bone.
Yeah.
And bone.
Yeah. You
Ooh.
can get some Himalayan pink mountain salt. Really
It's a
good.
bit of a walk to go get that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those things actually work. Those lamps.
I don't know.
Are you guys into that kind of stuff? That those rocks, or people say that you put rocks in your pocket when you go to the gym or something, leave it in the moonlight or something.
I've never.
Have you
tried
heard of
it.
this?
What in the actual fuck?
I've never. No.
Yeah.
No.
That should be
Yeah.
part of your class. So here's your
Well,
rock.
because people really, people. As soon as you
Please
people,
bring it back at the end of
When
class.
people say holistic, they go, which stuff?
Yeah.
They go,
It's. Oh man. Yeah.
because
it's-
you're a holistic nutritionist,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Now I just want to kind of define that as being the opposite of allopathic.
Okay, good.
So I don't know what either of those are.
So,
Explain it to him.
Allopathic would be your, the doctor that you know and love in, the modern world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would be allopathic.
I'm on the
practice.
fence with my doctor, so
Okay, so maybe you don't love.
no.
My doctor's a jerk.
Okay,
He's kind of a putz.
Yeah, asked for blood work. He says,
Well,
nope.
Yeah. When we look into, alternative practices, then we get into doing holistic, naturopathic, things like that.
So using like what?
Well, it's
for
just their
healing.
approach,
Some
right?
people might like rocks, but that's not necessarily.
I had some guy at work hand me a rock. That's why it was weird.
No.
He's like, I was like,
This
man,
makes you feel better."
I gotta really go to the bathroom. And he's like, how long you been holding them? Like 4 days. He's like, here's a rock.
So like, I make fun of people who do the oils all the time. Like, is that a lot about those oils? People, they rub it on their knees and like like, you know what I mean? No, you don't.
Not for me.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Good.
No.
Good.
Put some lavender on it.
Well, there's like sensory like senses, like you can calm yourself with lavender scents and stuff. Like,
You know what you can calm yourself with? Beer.
You can smell it. It smells pretty good.
You can see, and everybody's gonna see. Oh, he must be calm. He smells like beer.
Let's just get back on the rails here. So we're talking like less than a month away. Are you guys excited for the start?
Yeah.
It's probably been a long time
It's been
coming.
a long journey.
Yeah.
It absolutely has.
I've been watching, and it's like,
how long has it kind of been going for?
ordered.
Like a year?
No, we got it in
July. Yeah.
And then it's been up and down with
Little rocky road.
rocky road with the work.
I mean, I think the first few weeks it was just a matter of getting opinions to figure out what we needed to do.
Yeah.
And the neighbors. So we got the first month we had it, we didn't actually even pay anything for the lease because the neighbors were doing some construction, so the wall wasn't even really complete between the two units. So we were kind of having to wait for them to finish and find people to
do the work.
Do our work for us. Which is sometimes really challenging because, a lot of people will just do a lot of residential stuff. This becomes commercial and specialized. Like, it has to be to code, it has to be healthy, sanitary, and then it has to withstand things like, 500-pound deadlifts. So waiting on something like an 1.5 inch thick rubber floor, it's not, you don't just go up to Home Depot and buy that. No.
Well, it's a good thing you're in the basement of the building.
Yeah.
Because if it was the other way around, the Cambridge surplus might be complaining.
Yoga, boom.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a beautiful spot right beside the river. Like, so I was driving by there. There's like this I guess like a stairway that's going up. Yeah. Is that what's getting ripped down for you guys or no?
No, someone drove into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
So anyone has to go. They has to go to our end and up and then all the way down.
Wow.
Until they fix it.
So they have to go past your place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out well, eh? Good job, Josh. Way to run into that thing, buddy. Yeah.
Just backed up the old.
Hey. Guess you guys are gonna walk by my shop now.
Yeah.
So have you heard much in response to like people wanting to join and like memberships and like sold out or anything? Or?
Like I was just in the store a couple weeks ago and somebody I don't even know stopped me and asked like, when is it opening? And I'm like, who are you? Like, what are you talking about? But no, I talked to her for a little bit and it was just neat. Like, and it almost happens every day that somebody stops and asks.
That's pretty cool. Man.
So how much room is there actually in that building? I've seen it. It looks big from the picture. I just didn't know like, how much actual room do you have?
2,600.
So it's going to be just strictly powerlifting. Have you thought about like classes like not that it's a CrossFit type place where you could have like a row of bikes on it, but like
no bikes?
No,
we're gonna have a couple pieces of cardio equipment.
Yeah, we picked up an assault bike, which is. I've never used one, but I heard they're...
What's an assault bike?
It's almost like a big... Was it like a fan on the front and the wheel? But it's got like the handles.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
Back and forth. It's real. I guess they're pretty intense to use.
So somebody walks into your gym, has never done anything. Let's just say me. Never done anything. I've gone to gyms before. Oh, sorry. I've gone to gyms before. It wasn't really my scene. I watched too much Fight Club. Like they say, going to gym is self-masturbation. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. I'm just making it up. Yeah. So I've always had like this weird. I went to the gym as like, people like look at you weird. Like I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to bring a friend who knew what he was doing.
Like sir, you're playing in the scaffolding.
Like I didn't enjoy. So if I showed up with my first day, what would you say? Like go home and start eating like healthier, or like what would be the?
No, we wouldn't discourage you at all. I mean, of course, food's really important.
Yeah,
that goes without saying. But we'd probably just kind of want to find out what you're interested in first. Like, if you walked in
Why?
our door, we wouldn't just say, okay, here's the floor. You know,
Yeah,
like,
because it'd be very intimidating.
we'd want to,
like,
you know, like, hey, who are you? Like, what are you into? Okay, cool. Like, let's show you some things. You know, and if you kind of knew your way around the gym, we'd, you know, if you felt independent, we'd leave you be. But if you wanted to have a little bit of advice and have someone kind of just show you a few things, we'd be more than happy to do that.
I'm just thinking for people that are
Yeah.
planning, maybe they're like, oh, that sounds like an interesting thing. They'll go and show up. Like, I'm planning on bringing a buddy. I'm gonna go with Bri. Bri's like, yeah, I'll bring you, like that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
He seems like a good guy to bring. I mean, he's a lot of fun too. He's just a great guy to have.
So that'd be, so you will have like you're gonna have classes, like I know it's just you two right now.
Yeah.
But would you bring anybody else on to like maybe have like this is gonna be our starter package, and this is gonna be our like, you know where to put your arm in this one, like.
We've had people, other trainers approach us who just want a space to be able to train clients that don't want to be at a commercial gym anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not necessarily, they wouldn't be like employed by us, but they can use the space.
They'd be renting it from you, and then they would bring like their client base to you guys.
Yeah, so like
that would
they
be cool.
So we get a cut from whoever they bring, like each person they bring in.
Because it's going to be a better place where people who are being trained can actually focus and
a little bit more serious, it seems to me.
Yeah.
It's not just like you guys both went to gyms growing up, like in the last years, like you didn't like that scene.
There's so many people who aren't serious, and I've seen a lot of trainers come and go because if they're not good, they're not good, right? You know, you're not going to get results out of your clients. You're not going to stick around. But you know, some people, they don't really have a goal focus, and part of that, I think, is the environment you're in.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in if you're in an environment where everybody, you know, is working towards something and encouraging, and then they're looking at you going like, hey, yeah, like nice form. It keeps you going.
Yeah, it's like a buddy kind of system, right? Like you're like, hey, that was really good.
Yeah, it's not like
it's encouraging.
If you go to a commercial gym, half the time you're just like
waiting.
You're side eyeing the machine you're waiting for, and you're just getting annoyed.
Yeah.
You know, and avoiding the person on the other side of the gym or whatever it is. You know? Like, oh man, there's that talker or whatever.
Oh, is that a thing? Is there's like stigma people?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing today?
Yeah. Sometimes
you
don't. And you know, you can have headphones on, you can have your hat down, and they still find you. They still find.
Ask you what?
Yeah, they just
doesn't matter.
Oh, how's your day?
How's
like
to talk.
Yeah, anything.
Like to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I'm nice, so I'm just like, I say hello. Hey, how's it going? And I'll let you do you.
They get you. Don't do that.
Oh.
Because you can't. You know, I'm nice too, but I've learned that you either can't be nice or you have to just go to the gym at a different time.
So what is your times? I was gonna ask that question. So. All day, every day.
Yeah, constantly. It kind of depends on your, you know, sometimes like, you know, of course work schedule is a factor, lifestyle is a factor. I like to go in the middle of the day when it's most quiet. Like if I go around 1 or 2, then, you know, most people are either, you know, the morning crew is gone and the after school, after work crew isn't there yet. So it's nice and quiet. You know, if somebody's actually there, they're there to do their work. And
so what would be like a routine for you, especially now that you're training for something?
Right now, I get up and I do morning cardio bright and early, and then I get to have breakfast, do some work, and then I'll go after lunch. I'll go in and I'll do some posing practice before I do my workout. And then after the workout, come home, eat again, do some more work, and then I do night cardio again.
So what is cardio like? Do you go on like a bike, or do you just go for a run, or?
No, so for me right now, I'm doing incline HIIT. So I've got my treadmill at the max incline. Well, first I'll do like a warm up, you know, walk, jog, bring it up to the incline, and then I'll do intervals. So I'll do at the max incline, I'll do some running, then pace walk, running, pace walk, running, pace walk until my session's done, and then I cool down. That's it.
So when, oh my god. So what would you recommend to somebody who's not what's the minimum times per week if someone wants to take weightlifting seriously? Like every day, every other day, every 3 days, like.
They're trying to get memberships once a day.
No, but is everybody's goal, like, if you were, like, starting and then you saw somebody's like, you're doing really good, man, you should go to a show, or, like, is that what you call them, like, or a meet?
Yeah.
Like, would you say you should probably start coming, like, every other day? Like,
I guess if you were going to get serious into it, I guess it would try and get on the schedule of whoever you're going to be working out with. But and as it got closer to the meet, you'd be like 4 days a week usually.
Starting out, you're not going to want to work out so much because
you're 5 days.
You need to build up your body for that. Yeah.
But
you burn yourself out, right?
Yeah, and you don't need to go. Like when I first started working out, I have like that one Arnold Schwarzenegger book and like the Bible, and I would go through like each whatever I was going to do that day, and I would do like 2 or 3 hours of like, okay, if I do everything, that's got to be good, and that's just way too much.
Oh my god!
So eventually you'll learn like kind of less is more.
You were like an all or nothing kind of guy.
At the time, like I just thought that you had to do it all. So, but now after you kind of learn some stuff and talk to some people, like they kind of like, you don't need to do.
You're killing
so
yourself.
much. You're like burning. You're probably like losing more than you're gaining.
So when you first started out, were you motivated by just you going yourself, or were you going with somebody else?
What motivated you? Yeah.
I was just always like small, and I just wanted to get bigger, and I worked out at home for like forever because I was like, I don't know, kind of nervous about going to the gym.
Yeah.
So for like years I just did it at home, and then I made small gains here and there, and then Bri brought me one time to the gym that we're at now, and I liked it, so I signed up, and then just been going there for the last 2 or 3 years now.
So is it just you two as a team that does it, or is there a group of you?
We've had people here and there, like other people. We've had people that just see our stuff, have seen our stuff on Instagram or whatever, and like want to come out and deadlift or squat.
That's pretty cool.
Or bench, and
it does look fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, this looks cool.
Yeah, and like it inspires you, like other guys, like because obviously everyone's at kind of at different levels, but you're similar strengths here and there.
So doing that, if you were doing it more regularly, like say you're 5 years in now, is that something where you could get sponsored to do that? Is that something that could happen?
I think so. Like depending, again on your goals and everything like that, and how good you get at it. Like some people are just genetically better than other people. I mean, some people have to work their ass off and to really get the gains they want to get, and other guys just have brute strength and really good genetics.
Like, are there sponsors at these shows that you're going to, like, where they're just kind of like, hey, we see you out doing this, maybe try our stuff, kind of thing?
I think some of the companies, I don't know if they're getting paid them, or they're just giving them like their product to wear during the meets type thing, but.
What's that place in the mall? GMC or whatever it is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
GMC is a Vietnam.
I know what it is. I was kidding.
Yeah.
That's not even in the mall anymore.
Is it not?
No.
They're gone.
That's hilarious.
So you guys gonna be selling that kind of stuff? Like
that's something that she wants.
We might.
She wants to go into.
They're gonna sell GMCs there.
Yeah. I have a Jeep. Same kind of
close. Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Yeah, I love my Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, you wanted to kind of do your own.
Yeah, I was actually looking into manufacturing my own at some point.
Oh shit!
I've been talking to a lab for the last year, and just kind of put it on hold because I was going to do it and then use some of the funds generated from that to open a gym. But then we found a spot first.
Rad.
So that's
it's not like you're not busy. You have a couple things going on. Like you run like a shop, or like you're gonna start the gym. Like you got a couple things going on. You're not like you're not busy.
Coaching, competing, yeah.
With competing in that too, like, do you see that side of it where like people, not yourself, but like people getting like sponsored? And that I always find this interesting, like people that like from like Instagram, like from what they're doing, like competing and all that. Like,
like 60,000 followers.
Yeah,
and they're
like do you get approached by like places like this where it's like?
Yeah, I'm actually sponsored right now.
Oh, good God. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So realistically, it happens.
For you.
It doesn't generate a lot. Like when you see people who are sponsored on Instagram and stuff like that, they still have full-time jobs. Being an athlete doesn't make you any money unless you are in the big leagues.
Like Olympics, kind of like universe, kind of.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Mr. Universe? No.
Yeah, Olympians.
Yeah, Olympias, yeah.
So, and even then, like, you know, all those, you know, they start running their own gyms and their own swag and their own supplements and all sorts of stuff like
promoting
that.
Themselves.
Yeah, you know, their websites, their coaching programs, their books, you know, their ebooks and, you know, all sorts of things. Like they find other ways too. Like being sponsored, it doesn't you don't make a living. No, you don't make a living off of it. It is a good way to help save money though. Like in bodybuilding, you might get a sponsor from the, you know, tanning company, so your, you know, hair, makeup and tanning is covered.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool because sometimes that can cost you an awful lot. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You know, I have a suit sponsor, so like a suit, like a basic suit starts at like $450.
What?
Yeah.
A bathing suit?
Yeah. Yeah.
$400.
Yeah.
That you wear one time.
Yes.
Huh?
If my wife told me she spent $400 on a bathing suit.
Now, if you saw the bathing suit, you probably wouldn't complain so much if your wife bought a $450 bathing suit.
I don't know.
They're pretty spectacular. Yeah.
Really shiny.
Pretty shiny.
I like shiny things.
Yeah, they're all handmade and custom fit for your body specifically, and then you know, they are sized like a couple days before your competition too, because after leading out, you can lose inches just in that 1 week alone.
Whoa.
And all the designs and stuff, it's all like hand set crystals, so it's all.
It better be crystal.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
My gosh, what a world we've stepped into.
Could you sell it?
People do. I wouldn't though.
That'd be kind of creepy.
You put it in like one of those like glass like photo frames.
That's where they should be. Yeah, they are like art pieces.
Yeah, we just saw one for sale.
We saw one on Marketplace. Yeah, they're selling it for $450.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's probably what you paid for it. But
Wow.
yeah, it's not even that. Like when you get into the big leagues too, when you go to nationals, things like that, like you want to get more elaborate suits and more elaborate shoes, and then, you know, makeup, hair, tanning, it all starts to cost a little bit more, hotels, things like that. So the suits, that price starts going up. Then if you end up going to, you know, Olympia or Arnold's, you want to get an even better suit. Like some of the people that they seem professional in, you know, bikini or figure or anything like that, those suits can run up like $1,000 or more.
Do you think if you showed up in a giant tiger bathing suit, like it's gonna affect how you actually look? Really?
Absolutely. Yes.
I think you need to look into this.
I think I do.
Maybe in like not a creepy way.
Yeah, I'll do it with my wife in the room. Just be like, this is research.
Wow, that seems like. So, Mr. Olympia, wasn't that like, how did that started with like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Didn't he have like a book or a documentary like Pumping Iron or something?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
was that like a book or something?
That was a documentary. Then
Yeah.
he just did.
Oh, yeah.
They made that. Just that movie. Was it called Bigger?
Yeah, that was great.
And it was kind of all about like how he kind of came up, like the Weeder brothers and all that. That went and brought him over here, over to the States.
There was that other bodybuilder too that did one. Ronnie.
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman, yeah.
That's real unfortunate how he is now.
Yeah, that was rough.
But I think
That's like steroids, right? That's what happens. Is that like a thing?
Not really. I think a lot of the stuff he like just pushed his body. Some stuff like he had injuries. Like sometimes, like if you watch that documentary, I think it was on Netflix. That he just pushed through injuries and stuff like that, and unless, and a lot of stuff too is unless you're gonna compete, there's no point really to throw like 800 pounds on your back or deadlift or bench. Like, just why?
Yeah, that's
And,
a lot.
The pickle juice wasn't working for him.
No.
He didn't have enough pickle juice.
And now, like, he's pretty crippled.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a bad situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got another question. So
We'd hope so.
yeah, I don't know why I keep saying that. So you have to spend $1,000 on a bathing suit.
Okay.
That part doesn't make sense. So, and then you have to tan on top of that,
Yeah.
and then you gotta,
Makeup?
and then
Yeah.
Hair.
the tanning
Yeah.
isn't really tanning though, right? Like you have to go like black.
Oh,
It's spray. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Why?
because
extreme?
the lights on the stage, it'll totally wash you out.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, you just reflect white. The judges wouldn't be able to
See, like,
see your
the
physique.
form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definition.
Yeah, they need to be able to see, how lean you are, where your muscles are. So the tanning has a purpose.
Yeah. And it's just
And
it's
it is dark.
cosmetic.
It's very cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it get like? Do they talk shit up there?
Yeah. What's the competition like?
It's not like that. No,
No?
it's really nice.
Because I've seen videos. Because I was gonna say I've seen the videos of the guys when they're up there talking to each other. It gets rough, and I'm thinking these two giants going at it.
Like, what are they saying?
Fuck you. You're dumb. I don't know. Talking shit. Yeah, it's like talking down to the guy.
But
Like,
that's like the Mr. Universe. Like,
Yeah.
Going on
When
the
you
stage.
get up high, people get emotional.
yeah.
Yeah, they do. It's a lot of hard work, especially coming right up into that week. And you get depleted, you have very low carb, you're just running on nothing. And so your mood some people have no control. I've seen more guys get steamed on stage than girls, to be honest. And when it gets to some of the bigger competitions like nationals, you get way more people. The competition is stiff because you've gone through like regionals. So you've got all the people who have been the best of the best, and they're coming together, either provincially or nationally. Everyone looks really good, and you've worked really hard. So you've done multiple, competitions to get up to that level. If you don't make it, it feels terrible.
How long of a process is it from when you start training to when you're on stage?
It really depends on how lean you are when you start out. I've done 12-week preps. I've done 6-week preps, just depending on where my body's at, when my last competition was. That makes a big difference too. Or how much recovery I want in between competitions. I might get, my stage critique, and, it's like, okay, now I've got to build this area here. And, that takes time. You have to go real off season, get unlean to be able to build some muscle, and then dial it back in.
Do you get critiques from the judges, or do
Yeah,
they just go, no, yes?
Well, you can get a critique. There's usually an athletes meeting the night before, and they'll discuss whether, it's available to you. If it's a really big show, the answer may be no. Or they may have a video crew there, and then the judge will go over your video afterwards, and then send that out to you.
Is there weight classes for this?
For some of the gentlemen, there are. It's like age, height, weight. For ladies, it tends to just be age
Just
and
age?
height. Yeah, height is a big thing, though.
Is there any stigma?
Stigma. Is there any stigma?
Alive?
Do you know a
or-
stigma?
I didn't do my mouth exercises before we started.
Red
Stigma
leather.
for tattoos. Do they look down upon that?
Okay, well, I mean, no.
No.
No,
Or you're not
there
going to see
isn't.
them when you're black.
Exactly. So when you're really tanned, they don't tend to show up. It's really hard to see on stage because after you're tanned and glazed too.
Glazed.
There's
I've heard the phrase chocolate body. So
yeah,
That's
so you
chocolate
get-
face.
no,
That's a
it's
different
chocolate
thing. That's a
body.
different
This is
thing.
different.
Yeah, it sounds great, but when you're standing in a cold line and somebody's got gloves and they say glaze, and then you just get yeah, it's like ugh, gross, and then you gotta go and pretend that you are fabulous. But when it comes to tattoos, some classes, if it takes away from the symmetry of the body, then it counts against you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there are some people who will cover select tattoos, or they have chosen to not get tattoos for their category, or they get balanced tattoos.
Yeah, because for people that don't know you, you've got about one or two. So
One.
Yeah.
Just one nice
Just
one.
One big one.
Yeah, basically one, because they all touch now.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Yeah. When I did my first competition in Ontario, because my first one was actually in Philadelphia. I went across the border and did an NPC show first. So then I did one in Ontario, and I placed third. And I thought, oh, that's fabulous. I'm going to go thank the judge. Wonderful placing. I appreciate it. And he was just like, so do you know why you placed third?
No, he didn't.
He totally is like, and he's very dry, this guy. He's wonderful person though. Asked me if I knew why I placed third. I'm like, well, it's my first show. I think I was lucky to place third. With more time, more practice, I think I could, maybe I could have placed better. He said, no, you should have placed first. Yeah. He said, you had the best physique up there, but we put you at third because we weren't ready for your tattoos.
No way.
Like, you get ready for my fist in your face.
Yeah, because it sends a message. So what they're usually looking for, it comes from the Olympia stage down. So whatever is, taking and going, like getting the top rankings at the Olympia, that's what we need to model ourselves after. And tattoos weren't popular. I'm just talking about on women a couple years ago in bodybuilding.
Right. Wow.
So they weren't ready for it. But
you're bringing the heat, man.
yeah, so I just kind of kept doing it, and eventually I got like seconds, thirds, went to provincials, went to nationals, and still competing. So they haven't really.
Wow. So somebody with a giant tiger bathing suit and no tattoos placed first because they didn't have any tattoos.
No, they didn't have a giant tiger bathing suit.
Oh.
Yeah, but how did that feel though? Like he said, you would have got first. Or is he just maybe just saying
I
that?
did not know what to say, actually, because he's so just blunt, cut and dry. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, well, goodbye.
And I'm just looking like, you guys heard that, right? You guys heard that. But then, I think it was only a couple months later in the magazine for the organization, he actually did an article where he talked about tattoos. So he wrote an editorial where he discussed how tattoos are not frowned upon. Distasteful tattoos, like something that's crude, it's going to be distracting.
Yeah. Like giant Satan on your back.
Because you need to have some type of poise. You need to have personality, like male or female. You're there to present yourself. Great physique. If you come stomping out miserable, you're not going to get judged well. So if it's a distasteful tattoo, if it distracts from the physique, that's just it. Right there.
If you got like the poop emoji on your forehead, that would be a little distracting.
Well, yeah, that's really distracting. And that even comes down to jewelry too. They don't want to have a lot of facial jewelry, but that's because it'll catch the lights from stage, and then if the judges only have so much time to really look at your physique, just make it easy for them. That's really what it comes down to.
How long are you on that stage for when you first
90
walk out?
seconds.
Whoa.
90 seconds.
All that work for 90 seconds.
Yeah, so you go to the pre-judging. That's the morning show. All the different classifications go up. You get 90 seconds. You wait a few hours. You come back to final judging. And that's when they line you up. You get a little bit more time. But the judges have already made their decision by that point. You're just being compared against the other competitors. So they'll actually move you around stage. Kind of like, okay, you need to switch with this person. You need to switch with that person. And then that way the judges can really look at your physique next to somebody who looks like they'd be close to you. Then they tell you to leave, and then you come back and they'll give you your medals or what have you.
Wow.
Is there people picketing those things, especially now with people that are like, I'm 400 pounds, I'm beautiful, I don't need to be working out? Because you think people now, don't like when they're judged.
Fat shaming?
Yeah, fat shaming.
We just talked about diet and how important diet is. I think we should diet shaming. It's like
Yeah, but people now, like, there's those models that are like that they've like, oh, I should be on the same scale as them because I'm beautiful too.
Well, maybe they are.
Well, beauty
doesn't
aren't equal health, though.
That's true too.
It doesn't, and just because you're stage lean doesn't mean you're healthy either.
Yeah, you could be pounding back 2 packs of cigarettes every day.
You could be eating a box of Eggos every single day
with maple syrup and bacon. I never thought of that. You could be like super lean and like show up and be like cocaine. You could be doing like
we call it skinny fat. Yeah. So if you could be like 100 pounds and still have more fat mass on your body than muscle mass, and then you are at the same metabolic risk as somebody who's 400 pounds.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
How does somebody get like that? Like what? Like just like terrible.
Like yeah.
Meth.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Rocks, brah.
Then I don't think metabolic disease is going to be your
your top
issue.
Yeah. No.
I
Substance
wouldn't.
They're skinny as hell. That's a good diet. Yeah.
But even
they do a lot of walking.
Even stage lean, you go through a lot of stuff with your body, physically to your muscles, your joints, your digestive system, your hormones, all of that. So you could be super stage lean and not be healthy too.
Wow.
Is there such thing as like water cutting, or what's that called?
Water loading and then cutting, yeah.
And you guys have to do that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that harsh?
It sucks.
Is that where you go in a bathtub or something and sweat?
No.
I'm thinking UFC fighters.
No. That's not what they do. What fucking UFC are you watching? Yeah, so explain to my brother how that works.
Okay, so...
Do I just get blasted with a hose?
No. I don't know.
So, to be able to show the muscles under your body, underneath your tissue, there's water. Mm-hmm. You want to eliminate that.
Get rid of the water.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be there, really. So what, like in the simplest way, you want to drink a lot of water, convince your body it doesn't need a lot of water, and then restrict your water. So within a couple of days, you transform, all your abs, everything pops out. And
so you just stop drinking water?
You drink a lot, and it's individual for the person's body weight.
A lot?
A lot. Yeah.
Oh.
Like a lot. Like
I remember how much I just drank at Tim Hortons when I finished that jug. I mean Flim Flortons.
No.
Yeah. Like a lot. Like some people get headaches, some people get cold. Yeah.
Whoa.
And then you drastically drain it,
drastically drain it.
So that's like sauna and
you
like
feel really
towel baths and
depleted. You can feel like, and it is different for everybody. I've seen a lot of bigger guys, bigger bodybuilders. They get sick.
Well, that's what he was saying with
they
UFC.
Get dizzy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
UFC, those guys are passing out. Some of them are getting really, like you say, really sick for doing this.
When they go on the final weight scale, they're just like,
yeah.
And then they can bulk up as soon as the fight goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that same day, they're just like pounding back.
Well, yeah, they get off the scale at like 180, and then all of a sudden they jump up to like 200 in like a day.
Yeah, that's like they can just drink some water and probably gain like 5 pounds.
Yeah, basically.
Jeez.
So what is the recoup from that then? Like, is it like the next day, like when she can actually?
Such a whirlwind on your body, like
it is. Ugh. It is because you think about the fact that your electrolyte balance is totally off then. Like leg cramping, yeah, that's definitely.
Especially when you're trying to show off that, and then has that happened?
Oh, pretend it doesn't feel like anything. Yeah.
But at least you're standing though. That does help.
In heels, yeah.
Yeah, Ernie, how's that go?
Yeah, in a $500 sparkly bathing suit, smiling.
What a trip!
Yeah,
for 90 seconds.
For 90 seconds,
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Is that the farthest you've gone? Is Philly? You said Philly. Right?
Yeah. Philly, Niagara, Toronto.
Wow.
That's it.
How many shows have you done?
I want to say 6.
So that's
$500
a bathing suit. Probably about $400 for shoes.
No. You can reuse your shoes.
Hotel.
Hair, makeup.
Is that stuff not paid for?
No. So, when I did provincials, that was a 2-day show. So you were in hair and makeup 2 days. I think that show was expensive.
How long does it take for you to do your hair and makeup, Jer? Hair? No. Makeup?
No makeup.
No.
I'm good. Well, we know as guys, we can just roll out of bed. I just comb my beard, brush my teeth.
I don't even do half of that.
Wait, yes, you do. You use beard cream.
Yes, the beard cream.
That's right.
You gotta brush your teeth, floss. It's important, floss.
Mouthwash.
Good God.
So is it like would you make enough to cover like a trip like that if you like place second, third, or first?
Yeah, do you get paid?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
You don't get like if you get first place, you get paid.
No.
Do you get a high five?
Check?
Medal.
You get a medal.
A big gold medal.
Big medal. Yes.
Wow.
With an ugly trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Yeah, I have one trophy. It's just ugly. That's all I can say.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good. It's good.
At least you got something.
Yeah.
And you got a sweet pair of shoes.
Yes. Shoes. Sparkly bathing suits.
Oh my gosh. This is. I had no idea what we were.
How did it come to this?
Yeah. This is like I've learned so much today. This is like, wow.
I learned there's a $500 bathing suit somewhere in this world.
Sea salt is awesome.
I could tell you more about the $500 bathing suit. They also have to glue it to you.
Well, I would
So
assume
does it move?
It doesn't move. You can't have accidents on stage.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
How the hell are you
Do you
getting that
lose
thing
points
off?
if that happens?
Yeah, you'd be done.
You say you get extra points if that
Or
happens?
did you lose points
No,
if
they-
that happens?
You'd be done. You'd be
Do you
out.
glue it on?
Nope. Someone.
They have a glue. They have a
professional
gluer.
gluer?
Yes. Yep.
A gluer on her.
And how does that feel when you go? It's gotta come off.
Nice.
Mm.
No.
Do they have
No.
something that like can help take the glue off?
No.
It's just your hand and a flathead screwdriver.
Pull it off.
It just.
Got a torch? Or I'm sure hot water would help.
Yeah.
It's worst part trying to get the tan off.
Yeah.
That must look like you just like murdered someone. Like, oh, that's like blood.
Yeah.
And you want to bring
Yeah.
your own sheets.
Yeah. Yeah. You do
Oh.
actually to the hotel. They recommend you bring your own blankets because if you get the tan on the blankets.
Can you imagine cleaning service in there? What have you done?
Yeah.
No,
they'll
Yeah,
charge.
they do.
They'll charge you.
They all do.
They'll charge you for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
So
nuts.
you guys, so you're competing soon as well.
Yeah, on the 16th.
How long does your spray tan take to put on?
You just put a onesie on, bro.
what?
Just,
What?
zip-
How much is your bathing suit?
I think I bought the singlet for, I don't know, $90.
You're gonna
$90,
use it
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Did they form fit it for you that day?
No,
no jewels.
They just ask you, I think it goes by weight, and then it goes, okay, you're from this size to this size. This is what you wear.
Now does Laura glue it on for you so there's no wardrobe malfunctions?
Oh, there's no.
No.
No, there's room for
that's
error
good.
there.
No.
That's good.
Well, the only thing I've heard people say is you want to wear black, one that's black, because the one that's, if they're red or blue or colored, I guess are kind of,
Or white.
yeah, or white are kind of see through when you, like when it gets really
Stretch.
tight. Yeah.
Yeah. Wear some MeUndies under there. You're
Yeah.
good to go.
Plug MeUndies
Yeah.
with their micromodal.
Micromodal. Yeah.
Do you have a pair of MeUndies?
No.
They're comfy as shit.
Yeah, I can't push MeUndies more. Straight up. You
They're-
get,
they're
it's
way better
you
than
can get like a
cotton.
subscription every month. They send
I've
you like
seen
a
that.
yeah. It's like really
But
rad.
you're only allowed to wear, it has to be briefs or nothing underneath the singlet.
It's like a kilt. One or the other.
Chafing.
So when are you competing next?
The 23rd.
Wow, you guys got stuff coming up.
Back to
Opening
back.
the gym, competing.
Yeah.
You guys are busy.
Yep.
So are you thinking probably right after that competition, then you'll have time to? That's when you probably open. It's probably beginning of December.
Yeah. I mean,
No, everything works out then.
No, I mean we wanted it open, and then when it came down to like the grueling parts of competing, it would have been running. But at this point, I'd rather just get through the competing part.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Stress
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, because it is a lot. Like with the closer you get, the harder it is.
Mm.
And then there's traveling and being away and stuff. So
Yeah.
Where is this one?
mine's in Toronto.
Hmm.
Yeah, yours is in Kingston, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kingston,
yeah,
yikes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hike.
Second time too in a row.
Are you and Brian both going?
He's, I think he hurt himself a little.
Oh, his back, right?
Yeah, so he's not competing. I don't remember if he was. I think he's talking about going just to sell shirts.
Yeah, what is his company again?
The Brothers and Sisters.
Brothers and Sisters of Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple shirts like that.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah,
so I think he's going just for that.
That's cool.
And
Such a
then,
cool guy.
He'll train probably for the next when the season opener, which is usually March, I think, something like that.
So to advertise for Preston Iron, what do you guys do? Like, do you just do Instagram right now, or
It's like Instagram, Facebook, like kind of word of mouth.
are you guys gonna do merch? Do you think?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rad. We'll promote you too, for free.
Appreciate it.
And then the places that you're sponsored by as well. Like, are they going to be incorporated in the business as well?
Yeah, I mean, like, so my suit lady, Colleen, she owns the Crystal Suit, and I've asked her for like any type of promotional material. I'd definitely put it up, hand it out. She's just absolutely the best person to go to. She's the person I went to first when I started competing. I can't recommend her more. She's amazing.
Cool.
Well, if I ever need a bathing suit, I know where I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. So people can find it on Instagram, not Facebook.
Yeah, they're on Facebook.
Facebook
too, yeah.
and word of mouth. You're not gonna, and it'll be on the website when the doors open and the hours and everything like that. And
Yeah,
sweet.
We're still looking into like a key fob type way of getting to the gym, so it could be open earlier. We don't necessarily have to be there. People can just swipe.
But that's for like a special kind of like people you trust.
Well, I mean, whoever has a membership would have a key card and could, come and go. No one else could get in. It would be locked. Otherwise, it would be locked.
It'd be really good with competitors too, because sometimes to get your workout in, you've got to get up at like 4:30 or what have you. You just have to do it.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't want to be there to watch them work out. So
yeah,
there you go.
So staffing wise, like their day to day, is it just going to be you two for now?
Yeah.
And then do you think you might move into like maybe hiring like somebody like on the desk kind of thing, or is that longer down the line?
I mean, it's really going to depend on demand. I mean, we can't say that that's something that's going to happen next week or next year. It's just, it'll happen organically.
Yeah. It feels cool. Like when I heard about it and I'm not even into it, I'm like, this is going to be rad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be part of this. Like, I'm not even into it. I'm
Yeah, because he was asking me what it was, and I'm like, I don't think it's a regular gym.
When I asked
don't-
Bri about it a little bit more, and he was like, this is basically what we do. And I was like, oh, man. This, like,
Yeah.
I like the heavy lift. I can lift heavy things. I'm really good
Because
at it.
it's basically going to be based on what you guys use more of now, right? But
Just better
geared more towards
Yeah.
what your needs and
better
stuff like that, right?
Stuff like that too.
But the nice thing is that you guys have a general idea of what you're doing as well, right? So that'll
Yeah.
be, and the people that you have in there too, right?
Yeah, not an expert, but I mean, I know generally what I'm doing, and we'll have other people in there that same thing, so
Sweet.
can help everybody out.
Sounds like it's going to be a good time.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Awesome.
I know I've had a lot of people that are like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know. Go check it out.
Listen
I
to
said,
the
go talk to them.
podcast.
Listen
Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, it's still coming. Like it's a bit behind where we want it to be, but it
Sounds like
is,
it's like within grasp.
Yeah, it is still coming.
Yeah.
You said sanitation wise, like for like the when you set up the building. What did you mean by that? Like, do you mean like no smell paint, or like what are you talking about?
No, like if people sweat, or bleed or what have you, you've got to be able to clean that up completely. So you can't have, porous floors, carpet.
Look at all the blood.
Things, yeah.
Because it'll just seep into it. It's got to be able to be cleaned. It's like
So
a tattoo
everything-
shop. Same kind of thing, right?
Yep, very much so.
Not that you know anything about that.
No, nothing at all.
about it, yeah.
Nope.
We're talking about that.
No, we're not going to get into that. That'll be another podcast.
Wait, another podcast.
She wants to come back. You annoyed her the hell. Anyway, thanks guys.
Thanks.
I had another one. So, what will be the max weight on a piece of equipment? Is that something? What is the most you think you could put on a piece of equipment? I want to know.
Well, how much? I guess like
What they're rated for?
Yeah.
I think most of our stuff, what's it rated for? The racks is over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, easily.
And I mean, even going to competitions, the most I've seen guys deadlifting or lifting is around 700. So it's not super.
Yeah. Is that what the bars can handle?
The bars can hold probably more, like depending on the type. I think the more you want to lift, the more specialized bar you have to also get. But
and the benches too.
Yeah, they're all like weight rated, so
they can only handle so much.
Yeah, we made sure like the stuff that we got are for like competition lifting and can handle.
I'm just worried that when I go in, that like if I want to go like 1100, I can't. Right? Like I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have to like do extra reps.
There's no way you're going in there. There's no way. There's no way you're doing this.
To ask directions.
There's no way. I don't think that's your wheelhouse at all.
Not really.
Maybe it is.
I'll go and say hi. Give everybody.
I think it's cool. Thank you guys.
Really cool.
Thank you
for coming on.
Us.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what's happening maybe like 6 months from now and see how things are going and check in.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for
coming back on the podcast. But yeah, let us know as soon as that comes out. So once everything is up and going, they can find you again on Facebook and Instagram. Will you have a website going as well, do you think, or no?
We have got the domain where basically even if we have it just as like a page to redirect people to either one of those, but maybe down the line we'll have a more, I guess, in-depth website, but it might just be pretty basic to start.
So on there, can they sign up, or is it better to just come in?
Yeah,
probably
come in.
Probably better just to show
just
up.
come in.
So they can go now.
Yeah.
No, they can't hold 1,100 pounds. This is crazy.
I can't. You guys are limiting me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys. Peace.